9 foods that will kill your dog. Hey there, viewers! Do you have a dog that you adore? Dogs are very amazing creatures. You wish you could offer them the world in exchange for their devotion. Maybe give them some goodies and toys? Allow me to provide some advice as a dog owner. It is critical to feed your pet nutritious food, but it's much more critical to understand which human foods you should never offer them. In today's video, we'll go through 9 foods that are hazardous to your dog. Why did avocados make the cut? What's the big deal about raisins and grapes? Why are chewing gums harmful to Lucky? All of this and more will be discussed. Avocados. It stings when avocados appear on a list of bad foods. They're excellent and make a great sandwich. But, as it turns out, this delectable fruit is a no-no for your dog. It is beneficial to your health because of the omega fatty acids it contains. However, avocados contain a poison known as persin. This toxin has no effect on humans, but it can cause chaos in your dog's lungs and chest. You must keep your dog away from all parts of the avocado, including the fruit, bark, leaves, and pit. They all contain the same poison. If your dog consumes it, fluids will most likely build in its chest and lungs. This fluid buildup makes it difficult for your dog to breathe, resulting in oxygen deprivation and death. There have been reports of fluid buildup in the heart and belly, particularly the pancreas. The consequences that result from this are frequently lethal. So, if you grab for an avocado, make sure it's out of reach of your pet. Choking hazards can also be caused by the pit. Chocolate. The wonderful aroma of chocolate. It isn't just us who are addicted. Your silly pooch will come running if you open a brand new chocolate bar. They are also drawn to the smell, and sugar is their weakness. Is it safe to give children chocolate in moderation? Certainly not. People frequently become perplexed about this. One of the reasons for this is that they are high in sugar. But it isn't all. Chocolate contains compounds that are tough for dogs to digest. They have the potential to produce diarrhea, stomach pain, and vomiting. And if you are not careful, it might lead to dehydration. While the degree of negative effects will vary depending on your dog's size and the amount of chocolate consumed, experts believe even 20 milligrams per body weight can be deadly. Internal bleeding, heart attacks, convulsions, and death are all possible side effects of eating chocolate. Because they include a larger quantity of cocoa powder, unsweetened types are much more harmful for your dog. To summarize, the darker the chocolate, the more harmful it is to your dog. So far, are you finding the list useful? This next item will undoubtedly surprise you. But, before we go any further, why not subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and click the bell button to stay up to date? Grapes and raisins. In brief, never feed raisins or grapes to your dog. There aren't even a few. They are particularly poisonous to dogs and can induce kidney failure quickly. A small amount can take your dog to the emergency room. In fact, a research was conducted to analyze 180 reports. The revelations have been shocking. Some dogs perished after consuming only a handful of raisins. It makes no difference whether kids eat them uncooked or in baked goods like raisin cookies. Both types are deadly. Keep these 2 items away from your breakfast cereals. If your dog ate grapes or raisins by accident, look for warning signals such as vomiting, tiredness, and diarrhea. Excessive thirst and inability to pee are symptoms of renal failure. Contact your veterinarian right away. Candy, toothpaste, and chewing gum. There's a reason we grouped sweet candy, chewing gum, and toothpaste together. To sweeten the taste, all of them contain sugary alcohol. It is harmless to humans but poisonous to dogs. Eating anything containing it will result in an abrupt reduction in the dog's blood sugar. Within 30 minutes, you will notice the symptoms. Seizures, vomiting, weakness, and even coma are among them. All of this finally leads to mortality by causing liver damage. This implies you can't brush your dog's teeth with human toothpaste. There is a unique dog breed available. Keep all processed baked items away from your dog. Before we continue, here's a video you might enjoy. Learn about 11 foods that can kill you in this video. Caffeine. Oh, how adorable a puppy would be sipping tea and coffee. And perhaps some green tea for their health. Wrong. Any beverage containing a trace of caffeine should not be given to your dogs. Caffeine overstimulates a dog's neurological system, causing their heart to race. Your dog may have symptoms such as lack of bladder control, increased thirst, restlessness, and vomiting within a few hours of consuming tea or coffee. He could die from lung failure or an irregular heart rhythm if he drank too much caffeine. Caffeine overdose has been linked to multiple deaths, with the minimum dosage discovered to be 1 mg per kilogram of body weight. A cup of coffee contains 40 to 150 mg of caffeine on average. You now get the full image. Alcohol. We all adore our pets, and none of us would ever consider getting them intoxicated. However, alcohol can be found in places we are unaware of. Examine mouthwash, perfume, paint, and cleaning supplies. Make sure they're out of reach of your dog. Even a trace amount can be lethal. Mild symptoms include nausea, lack of muscle coordination, and difficulty breathing. However, if your dog consumes too much, it will experience convulsions, lung collapse, and eventually death. According to experts, 8 milliliters of 100% alcohol per kilogram is enough to cause mortality 12 to 24 hours after consumption. Though most incidents of alcohol intoxication were unintentional, one particular incident shocked everyone. A dog died from alcohol poisoning after eating a big number of rotten apples. Dough with yeast. Raw yeast bread, like alcohol, is completely off limits to your dog. This is due to the fact that yeast creates alcohol when it ferments. Consider yeast inside your dog's stomach. Not only is the increased alcohol in your dog's blood cause for concern, even the dough will grow inside your dog's stomach, creating significant bloating. Because the inflated bread puts pressure on adjacent organs, your dog will have difficulty breathing. Make sure uncooked dough is always out of your dog's reach. Salt. Do you give your dog the same food you eat? Or should you give in to their puppy dog eyes and serve them table scraps? You must quit doing this. It's causing them problems. Human food contains salt, which is harmful to dogs. Excessive salt consumption can result in dangerous diseases known as salt poisoning. It deprives dogs of water, resulting in symptoms such as seizures, fever, tremors, and vomiting. If not treated promptly, it can lead to death in severe situations. Dogs are poisonous to even 4 grams of salt. This means that your popcorn and pretzels are just for you. Do not succumb to their cries. Give them a dog treat instead. Make sure your dog has access to fresh drinking water at all times. Garlic with onion. There's another reason why you should never share your food with a pet. It could have onion and garlic in it. Dogs are poisoned by chemicals found in onions. They have the potential to harm their red blood cells. If they eat enough onions, they will develop anemia, making them tired all the time. A blood transfusion will be required to save them in severe cases. Garlic is even more toxic than onions. It contains toxic compounds that are harmful to dogs. Your dog will become anemic and the color of his urine will change to a dark red. To save him, a blood transfusion will be required. Did you know that feeding these foods to dogs is dangerous? Please let us know in the comments section below. Remember to share this video with your dog-owning friends and help spread the love.